Hi all, I'm Colette from Witch Ways, and today I just want to share a short video about some magical techniques from a few different perspectives about how to protect yourself from nightmares. If you have any techniques that really work well for you, I'd love it if you put them in the comments, and I hope you enjoy this. I think if you're a sensitive, an empath, a witch, or just a regular person in today's crazy world, it's really helpful to put up some protection around your house or your room before you go to sleep at night. There are a lot of ways that you can do this, but you can cast or envision a protective circle going around your room or your house before you fall asleep. A lot of people like to make it a bit more of a verbal charm that they repeat each night before sleep. So that could be something like, "May the power of the land and the power of the sky surround me and protect me this night and every night as I sleep." You could also cast a circle of protection in the same way that you cast a circle around you before you start a magical practice, if you have that skill. As you cast it, instead of holding the intention of the circle protecting your magic that you are going to do, you could instead hold the intention or a picture in your head of it sheltering and protecting you as you sleep. I think it's really helpful to create a very detailed picture in your mind of what that circle looks like. You can give it a color, a texture, maybe even it has a sound or a resonance or a feeling on your skin attached to it. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing it, giving it details until you feel really solid and comfortable with it and can pull it up very easily. I think it's really helpful to develop what that circle looks like and feels like and practice it during a part of the day when you're not sleepy and tired, so that when you're getting into bed, it just comes really easily and you have it down. You could even journal about what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, or draw or paint it if you're inclined, just to get that circle embodied within your memory and yourself and your magical body in a different kind of way. Some people might prefer to visualize that circle around your sleep time as a protective net or a protective filter of some kind, instead of seeing it as exactly the same as the circle you cast before you do magic. And this might be a good idea if it's more helpful for your brain to keep the two techniques completely separate and looking really different. For all the circles and filters that I mentioned, it's a good idea to add something at the end like, "May this circle return to the earth," or wherever you pulled it up from, "when I get up in the morning." And people also ask me a lot about what to do if they sleep or live with other people. And if you have other people in the house, you can just put it around your room or your bed. But there's also no reason that you can't just put this circle around yourself if you share your bed with someone else. I also think that working with sigils or maybe even symbols could be really helpful for protection in your sleep. And there are a lot of videos out there about sigils. And I would suggest watching one of them and checking them out, and then create a short sentence for yourself. Maybe something like, "My dreams are protected from nightmares and my sleep is deep and peaceful." And then turn that sentence into a sigil. You can write it on 4 different pieces of paper and put it up on the 4 walls of your room, tuck it under your bed, put it under your pillow, or wear it in a charm bag on you if you choose. If you have a really strong relationship with the elements, you can ask them to protect you during the night. And one way to do this might be to draw a symbol for each element on one of 4 pieces of paper, and that could be something like waves for water or lines for clouds. There are lots of occult symbols that are associated with the elements, but I think it's more helpful if you create your own from your own idea of what that element looks like. And then on the back of each of those 4 pieces of paper, write "protection," and then place these on 4 walls of your home. And I think as you go to sleep, it's helpful to say something like, "When I arise in the morning, I thank you for this work and bid you farewell." I did a video a few weeks ago about guardian spirits, and I spent a lot of time talking about animal spirits as an example. And I think animal spirits are particularly helpful for protecting your dreams. The idea is they are often really willing to journey with you in the dream world or to stand guard while you sleep. I think this is especially true of domestic animal companions like cats or dogs that live with you, but it might also be true of any animal spirit that has a guardian or protective relationship to you. It could also be an animal companion that has passed over that you still work with. Just ask them if they're willing to help. And then if they are, thank them in the morning or once a week or whatever feels right to you, just with a bowl of water or whatever you think they might like. Herbs are often really effective, and most of these are used just by making a small pillow of these protective dream herbs or putting them in a small charm bag and then placing them under your pillow or in the pillowcase. A lot of people like to just wrap them up in some cloth and then slip them somewhere in the pillowcase, like at the bottom of the pillow, where it won't affect your sleep or make you feel uncomfortable. So here's a partial list of just a few herbs that might be helpful. Aniseed, wood betony, thyme, or a small packet of morning glory seeds, and all these can be just slipped in your pillowcase or put under your pillow. Cedar can be burned before you go to sleep at night. In late winter or early spring, you can also get hyacinth bulb for forcing inside your house and put those in your bedroom. A lot of times you can find them in nurseries in late winter or early spring, and you can just put them in a vase of water and let them grow. They often sell special little vases that fit them perfectly so that their roots stay in the water and their bulbs and stems stay above the water. And you could get several bulbs and start them each a few weeks apart so that you have a continuous bloom cycle. I also feel like they're protective as they're growing as well. Mullein leaves or rosemary can also be used on your pillow, slipped into the pillowcase, but they're also effective placed under the bed, which might be a more convenient option. And the common garden weed, purslane, can be laid anywhere on the bed to protect you from nightmares. I also wanted to talk about some of the other factors that might contribute to nightmares. We often have nightmares for a reason. Our psyche is often trying to work something out that we haven't fully brought up into our consciousness just yet, or sometimes dreams are warnings about people or situations that we aren't aware of yet. I think it's always worth doing a little journaling about nightmares just to kind of see what comes up, maybe doing a little divination about it, a little pendulum work, or seeing a healer if you think that might be the case and that they might be helpful for you. I also think you could try a rosemary steam and rosemary clearings just to kind of think about having your mind be a little clear and get some more information. It's also really common for digestive issues, particularly sort of that group of chronic inflammatory bowel or digestive diseases that a lot of people have. They definitely can cause nightmares, and that can be one of the symptoms of them. And a lot of times, even eating a really heavy meal before you go to bed or a little bit too late in the day, or even eating a lot of sugar late at night can cause nightmares. And that's more likely to be true the older you get. And if you're very intuitive or sensitive, you could be picking up on things that have nothing to do with you that are going on in the neighbor's house or around you in the neighborhood or in your apartment building. So check out if that might be the case. Maybe do a little divination about it, or just kind of take a view, noticing what's going on with your neighbors. What are your impressions of them? Do you feel safe with them, or do you feel a little bit of repulsion from them? And then just check it out. If you feel like that might be a contributing factor, you could clear your house and then immediately put up a little bit more protection, like some protective charms. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what you do for nightmares. and what your dreamscape is like and how you work with it. I'd love it if you would check out my Patreon feed so that you can support me in this channel. It really helps. And remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and share my videos. And I thank all of you so much who already do that. So until next time, stay safe and be well.